Hello, welcome to another week. I just came back from my OCS summative exam. It was 120 questions, 3 hours long, and it was pretty much everything we learned year 1 and year 2, all the OMM, all the clinical exams, all the different pathologies and things we see in the patient population, special tests, diagnostics like interpreting EKGs and ultrasounds. So basically the whole clinical skills curriculum. I think it went decent. Hopefully the results come out soon so I know whether I have to retake the whole thing or a portion or whatever, or I pass. Also waiting for the results of the exams that I took last week. From the sound of it, it sounds like I passed the physical exam portion, which was all the OMM. Still waiting to hear back from my CSA, which was the patient encounter. I'm gonna go head out and celebrate being done with this exam and get some Indian food, and then come back after that and spend the day at school. This week is gonna be all about PULM because our PULM summative exam is on Monday. Let's go have a good week. Happy Monday. We have a lot to do this week. Here's the plan for the week. We have almost no lectures for the week. Mostly all of these are Q&A and questions for us to get our last minute questions out this week. We have a couple of lectures on Friday, and then because we don't have lectures, they're not just gonna let us go easy, so we have asynchronous lectures, independent lectures that we have to watch on our own. I'm gonna start off by doing some Anki cards until I get sick and tired of it. I just watched a part of one of the pulmonary, one of the vascularity lectures that for some reason we've had a lecture on it once, and now I just watched another 30-minute lecture going over the same thing but by a different person. So just gonna be bouncing around between doing Anki, doing those asynchronous lectures, and maybe watching a couple new boards videos on medications and stuff. Today feels like it's been an overwhelming day. I had OMM today, I had a meeting today, and I just studied the rest of the day, but I don't know, I think maybe burnout's hitting a little bit. I also got a notification today that I did fail my patient encounter, so I have to redo the physical exam part of it because I ran out of time, so I unfortunately have to redo the entire physical exam and the special test and the patient part, where I give them my differentials and the plan. And I literally I got through everything. I ran out of time at my differentials and the plan, so it's just unfortunate that I have to redo the entire thing, but it's going to be good practice in the end of the day. Then I also ran out of time for my oral presentation, so I also have to redo part of my oral presentation. Just unfortunate that it's another thing to think about, and it's Friday morning, and then our PULM exam is on Monday, so I just have to be thinking about this retake. But it's going to be good practice, and it's going to make me a better doctor in the end, so I will take it. Currently, I am in no mood to study, and I wanted today to be really productive, and I've been doing pretty good today. It's just now that it's the end of the day, all I want to do is play video games and lie in bed and not do schoolwork. But I think I'm gonna take a little break and try and get back to schoolwork for an hour because I had plans on things that I wanted to finish today. But I'm gonna try and take it a little bit slower and easier. Just watched this sketchy farm video on prostaglandins, PD5 inhibitors, and whatnot. I almost fell asleep, but now I have to do the 45 Anki cards associated with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and unsuspend those. And I know I still have a deficit for today, so I'm gonna just do my best to work through whatever I can, especially all the new cards for sure. Hello, it's Wednesday, heading out to school. I'm gonna try and go donate blood today. They had appointments. The only time that they have an appointment for today is exactly when I have a meeting, so I'm gonna go see if they'll take me walk-in. And then after that, stay at school. Today is a free day. All we have is that one meeting and a Q&A session, which is optional. So hopefully spend the rest of the day at school studying. I've been studying so well at the library recently, so I'm just gonna go sit in my cubby like I have for the past couple days. So Okay, so definitely room for improvement, but I do have a lot of medications that I still haven't covered and a couple other things, and they were like 3 questions on tuberculosis medications on this, so this isn't exactly accurate. I did want to start doing the practice questions early though. It's Wednesday night, exams on Monday, because the more I do them, the more it all comes together, and it really is all coming together. I've been doing pulmonology cards every day, and to see the cards come together into context as a patient's scenario, it's just so nice to see. All of a sudden it makes so much more sense. But I gotta work on the drugs. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this message in forever, and finally I'm done with all the cards that I was behind on. I'm caught up. Pretty productive day at school today. Almost done with my Anki, watched a lecture, went to the cooking research study I had, played 2 volleyball games, went to the gym for a bit. Now back home, finishing up studying. I want to watch some new videos, do some practice questions, all the usual things. Feeling decent about this. Definitely want to do a lot more practice questions to see where I'm at. I think these videos are my new favorite thing to study too, because they're just silent walkthroughs, and every time I look up it's just something pretty, like Italy, and it's beautiful. Doing Anki on my phone right now because it's faster to click on the phone than it is on my computer, and my controller's charging, so. Finished working on my Anki cards. I'm gonna switch gears. I'm gonna type up the SOAP note that they sent me. They sent me like the notes that I took during the patient encounter, and I have to redo my oral presentation. So I'm just going to retype the notes that they give me in like a more concise manner and like review what I wrote back then. This is kind of the annoying part because I get this stuff back, but like the patient encounter happened a week ago, so I like forgot half the things, and like hopefully my notes are consistent and whatnot. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put it together so I can reference it tomorrow. $110 new cards for the day. Finished writing my note for tomorrow, went over the stuff that I want to do and say tomorrow. I also squeezed in another Sketchy Farm video on sleep medications and did the Anki cards for those. It is 3 in the morning and my retake's at 10, so I'm headed to bed. Had my patient encounter this morning, or the retake. It went really well. We agreed that I basically ran out of time both for the physical exam and the oral presentation, so it was just me speaking a little bit faster, trying to get through things a little bit more efficiently, and it was all good in the end. Now shifting gears fully to Pulm, which is again on Monday. I'm gonna head to school, do some live lectures in person because I might not get to them over the weekend, so might as well just watch them in person, get them over with, and stay the rest of the day at school and just really focus on practice questions, finishing up some medications and stuff. We're on track as of right now. I don't know how or why the unfortunate events always seem to happen towards the end of the week, but another thing happened this week. So to explain a long process in a short way. So in the United States, for medical school, you do the first 2 years as lectures, basically at your school, and then the last 2 years of the 4 years in medical school, you go to a hospital where you get to actually apply your knowledge and things, and then like later audition for jobs and stuff. But 3rd year is the main year where you go to a hospital, you go through your 6 main rotations like surgery, pediatrics, psychiatry, all of this in a hospital setting. My school doesn't have a hospital, so we don't have a hospital to go to. So what our school does is there's basically randomized lottery system where everyone ranks all these different hospitals all over the coast in many different states, not just this state. They basically randomly try to select where people go. They try to give people their top 3 choices and do the best they can to allocate everybody to their top 3. And yeah, so you kind of have no idea where you're going to end up. You might end up in New Jersey, you might end up in Massachusetts, you might end up in Maine. Kind of depends on how you rank the list and then how lucky you are with when you get picked, where you get put, stuff like that, what everyone else chooses. Basically, I had my top 5 picked out, more or less, for my rotation sites, and I knew exactly what my first choice was going to be. I knew where I wanted to go. I started thinking about all the plans that I would have and how I would like continue building my future career and my strengths and stuff while I was there. And today we found out that abruptly, for whatever reason, it is no longer accepting our students into the program. So we still have our students there at the moment, but as of next year when I'm supposed to start there, we're just no longer affiliated for reasons that are unknown to us right now. We lost all those spots. We don't know if there's a new location. We don't know if it's in the same state or anywhere near there. We don't know how those new spots are going to get distributed. Basically, we don't know anything as of right now. And it's still a little bit early to be thinking about this, but it just blows that this was my first choice and my number one choice just got taken away today. The last couple of weeks felt like they've just been like blow after blow of very unfortunate events. So I was sad most of the day today about it. It kind of sunk in now. I'm starting to rationalize through it, and you know, there are always positives. There's always a way out. There might even be something better that I didn't think about until this happened, and now I don't know. Something good might come out of it, or something better might come out of it. Yeah, that's the update. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out, but today was a productive study day otherwise, and I'm happy with today otherwise. And it's early. It's 11 and I'm about to go to bed, and you guys know that's super early for me, so I was productive today. Yeah, anyway, I guess I'll check in tomorrow. It is Sunday. I just got out of bed one day before the pulm exam, and I'm proud to say that I think this is the most prepared I have felt going into an exam. I think I stayed on top of watching class lectures, stayed on top of watching the extra board stuff, was caught up on my Anki. I did a ton of practice questions yesterday. Happy to say that today should be an easier day where I'm just doing more practice questions, filling in some gaps that I have found from doing yesterday's practice questions, so more of like a chiller day. So I'm really hoping this means that the exam tomorrow is going to go really well. And I'm excited to have an easier day today, definitely starting to feel a little bit of burnout. But yeah, so I'm going to edit, get a couple of things done at home, and then just have a late start at school today. I won't see you guys until after Thanksgiving break, so I hope you guys have a great holiday filled with love and family and plenty of yummy food. And I see you guys when I'm back after that.